in case you didn't know, this year, is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. I was there in the beginning when they first released Pokemon Red and Green, and then Red and Blue in the United States. I was the perfect storm age to catch up in Pokemania. I've been a grand lover of Pokemon all these years. And for the 30th year anniversary of Pokemon this year, I wanted to do a nuzlock for this channel. I had looked online and found this. Sorry, I just want to skip that. I had found this site that runs an emulator, and this emulator is a Pokemon randomizer. So I would like to go ahead and do this randomizer with you. We'll try a simple nuzlock challenge and see how far we can go before I ultimately lose the game. I hope that people who watch this have seen this intro before. We're probably not going to narrate most of this stuff because of how much talking and stuff like that can happen in the game. You might read it every so often or stuff, but for now, for the setup, we're not. We're going to have a grand old adventure as D.o.n.k. And our rival we'll call Kaz. I don't know why Kaz is just one of those names that I've always liked for him. Would you like Pokemon to be random? Yes. Would you like their learn sets to be random? No. Would you like their abilities to be random? No. Would you like to be able to Dynamax in important battles? No. Would you like to start with an EXP share? I know it's probably taboo, but I am more of a casual player of Pokemon. I don't do Pokemon competitively. There's a lot that I don't know when I play. So I'm probably going to need the EXP share, especially with some of the boss battles and stuff. So please forgive me for probably breaking one of the cardinal sins, but I'm going to need it. This is a randomizer, so all the Pokemon that we'll come across will be in random locations. We may run into legendaries early, or we might not run into them at all. Gym leaders may have legendaries or mythicals or whatever. So our nuzlock is going to start when I get a hold of the Pokedex. So we got to go through this little bit of introduction of the game to start. Hopefully we won't have to see this scene too often. Wow. I can start off with Arceus. Magmar. Swinub. I think we know who the obvious answer is. Swinub, Magmar, or Arceus. So, you will notice that the text is a little bit off. It's obviously going to read based on how the game originally was. So, it's called My Arceus Bulbasaur, but we do now have Arceus, and he's taking Swinub. I almost feel bad for Kaz in this situation. I have played this emulator before, obviously not for this channel, and it could be completely randomized as to what kind of starter Pokemon you get, and I think we're going to have a huge advantage in this going into it. Gotta go through this tutorial, even though I'm pretty sure at this point I have battled more Pokemon than Professor Oak. We're starting off with Seismic Toss, Natural Gift, Punishment, and Cosmic Power. This Swinub doesn't stand a chance. 49 experience, still at level 5. I have a feeling we're going to be a long time. We're trying to level up our Arceus. Okay. So we do not have any Pokeballs yet. So we can't start our Nuzlocke just yet until we get the Pokedex. Let's see, Brave Nature. Seismic Toss, Cosmic Power, Natural Gift, and Punishment. So, what will happen for the rules of our particular Nuzlocke that we're doing? The first encounter for each route that I come across will be the Pokemon that I have to catch. Any attempt after that, I am not permitted to keep the Pokemon. If a Pokemon on my team faints, I must release them. So this is Route 1, and we will only have the opportunity to catch one Pokemon, once again, when the Nuzlocke starts, and it looks like Joltik might be one of those options. Okay. It's only 1 HP he took. Sableye. Alright, looks like our Seismic Toss is ineffective against Sableye because he has a Ghost Dark type. I got to level 6 with Arceus. Alright, just going to heal up real quick. I honestly cannot believe that our starter Pokemon is Arceus. That was not planned, that was not intentional. I did not restart the game multiple times before. That was just the first take. Alright, we now have Oak's parcel. We'll go deliver this to him, get our Pokedex, and our Nuzlocke will officially begin. I'm just taking the shortcuts back. It's always so funny knowing that I know this map better than I actually know my hometown area. Okay. Deliver this. They have everything in this. You can Mega Evolve, you can have Z moves. There is Dynamax and Gigantamaxes. Playing through this game, you will only be able to Gigantamax at gym battles. So I had turned that off. Alright, our Nuzlock officially begins. What will happen is, like I was saying before, is each route we are only permitted to catch the first Pokemon we come along with. Any Pokemon beyond that we are not permitted. And anytime anybody on our team faints, we must release them. If by chance that we lose every Pokemon on our team, we will have to start this Nuzlocke over again. For today's episode, I want to see if we can get to the first gym and possibly beat Brock. We do not know what kind of type of Pokemon he is going to have. He can end up having a legendary just like us. Alright, Route 1, we know it's either Joltik or Sableye. Joltik looks like it will be joining our team. Okay. I think I'm going to do a Seismic Toss. I do not want him to faint before we have a chance to catch him. Last Seismic Toss. I hope that we do not knock him out. We did. So unfortunately, I don't get a Pokemon on Route 1. I should have just gone for Pokeballs at that point. So I could continue playing, I could continue fighting, I could continue training in this route, but I am not permitted to catch a Pokemon now. I really hope that does not mess me up for Brock. I hope I don't run out of punishments to knock out Sableye. Okay. We are now in Viridian City. If there was a patch of grass or something available, we'd be able to have another chance to catch a Pokemon here. The next stage will have to be Route 2, which was the north area here. And of course in Viridian Forest. I do not want to lose this Nuzlocke right at the beginning, so I would rather have extra potions and healing abilities rather than the Pokeballs, especially with how limited we are on catching Pokemon. And then now we got to deal with the old man to show us how to catch a Pokemon. This is a little bit of a cheat. He is going to show us what Pokemon is available in the upcoming Viridian Forest. Saladin. I do hope that when we do run into Saladin, that we get a female one, because the male one does not evolve. Alright, TGTV. We are now free to start our adventure. Route 2, we can catch another Pokemon in the grass here. Sableye. Now here's the thing. We can try another punishment, risk knocking him out, and risk losing another chance to get a Pokemon. Or I could start tossing Pokeballs at it and hope that this catches it. I think we are going to start off with trying to toss Pokeballs. We have 10. So we are limited to how many chances that we can catch. So it made me feel better, but I did the down A trick. I know it doesn't work. I know it's all fables, but I can't help but do it because of tradition. But we now have a new partner for our team. He has Leer, Scratch, and Foresight. So we're going to put him first because he is weaker. He needs to experience more than Darkius at the moment. And I want to go back to heal because I do not want to take a Pokemon into the Viridian Forest. Last thing I need is to just catch Sableye and immediately lose him as soon as I walk through the tall grass in the forest. I now have 2 Pokemon to face block with. We cannot catch another Pokemon in this route. I am using the name change up in the left-hand corner to determine whether or not I'm permitted to use a Pokemon here or not. See, it says Viridian Forest now. Yeah, let's battle. We'll fight the trainers that we come across. We could definitely use the EXP. Could also potentially show us what's available in the town, in the forest as well. There's the Saladin that we saw earlier. Ember. Ooh, that's painful. Poison gas. I am immediately going to swap out because I do not want to lose the Sableye just yet. It's Ember again. Sableye level up. Got some speed and max HP. Oh, he leveled up twice. His attack, defense, and special attack went up. And he learned Nightshade. It's a great move. Minor. Okay, let's go ahead and use punishment on him. Leveling up again. Sableye now level 7. Thank you, Rick. Saladin and Minor. Alright, looks like Sableye's still poisoned. We did not buy any antidotes. So I want to get him back to the Pokemon Center. Alright, he's at 19 out of 25. We have enough time to get back. $14. Being poisoned is always so nerve-wracking. That and the sound of a low HP Pokemon. 7. I need to buy some antidotes. Cannot risk losing a Pokemon to poison. We do not have enough for an antidote. We'll have to beat some more Pokemon trainers in the forest in order to get it. It is nice that our Sableye is now a higher level. I'm probably going to continue to try to rotate to put the weakest Pokemon first, just in case. I know in some Nuzlocks people play it that you are not permitted to do swaps. I don't think I'm skilled enough to not swap. Here's the Pokemon that's joining our team. Minor. Let's see if we cannot catch him. Leer, Foresight, Nightshade, and Scratch. I'm afraid Nightshade might knock out Minor in one go. Well, it hurt, but I think we can do it a few times now. Alright, we're going to try Scratch. Perfect. We can chip away at him for a little bit to get him down to red. Make it a little bit easier to catch. Okay. Let's toss a Pokeball at him, see if we cannot get him to join our team. Go try another one. It was close. I think maybe one more scratch will make him a little bit weaker now that he's put his defenses up. Do another one just to be on the safe side. This is why I bought so many Pokeballs. You never know how many times it's going to take to catch a Pokemon. Especially if it is an evolved Pokemon or stronger. Nope. He does not want to be caught. We have 4 Pokeballs left. I do not want to miss out on the opportunity to have this guy on our team. I don't think I have the ability either to make him any weaker. Ah, almost had it. 3 Pokeballs left. Ah. I'm just trying to get him at this point to use up a little bit more of his moves. I know we're just going back and forth with him raising his defense and us lowering it. I wish I had a status effect move. Alright, 2 Pokeballs left. Nope. I don't know how many power points Defense Call has. I was really hoping to get Minor on our team. Having 3 Pokemon against block is much better than the 2. Although I am confident that Sableye and Arceus would be able to carry. I'm going to try our last Pokeball. Last attempt. Nope. Fortunately, that's bound to happen. I have no choice but to knock out our Minor now. And we do not have another opportunity to catch another Pokemon this route. Well, we got 2 levels out of that. Just trying to learn Astonish. Let's see. An attack using a startling shout may also make the foes flinch. Get rid of Lear. Alright, well, let's get through the forest now. We'll heal up a little bit when we get over to Pewter City. And then probably come back here for a little bit to try to power up a little bit. If I am not mistaken, it's either 14 or 16. Is Brock's Onyx. I wonder if Astonish would have helped us at all in trying to catch the miner. Sableye is now stronger than Arceus in terms of levels. So we'll swap them out and try to get Arceus a little bit of extra leveling. I know I technically could run from these events, but I just getting the extra experience just in case. Like I said, this is more of a casual, easy version of a Nuzlock. I don't plan on going back to grind at all, so getting these battles early, especially with something like Miner that's given us so much experience. How many people remember Ash's Charizard? And when it first was starting out, to this day, one of my personal favorite matches was Ash's Charizard versus Blaine's Magmar fighting over the volcano and doing that seismic toss. The grabbing up, flying up into the sky, flying around, and creating that Earth before bringing them down. Back in Gen 1, seismic toss was so amazing. Okay. Level 9 Saladin. I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue. It would have been nice to get a Saladin and have that Ember attack on our team, but it wasn't meant to be. That's okay. We have Arceus as our starter. Trying to learn to move gravity. Gravity. A gravity-fed throw that causes damage matching the user's level. So it's the same as Astonish, just a psychic version. Oh, that's Seismic Toss. Gravity. Gravity intensifies for 5 turns, preventing moves that use flight and negating levitate. I think we'll get rid of Natural Gift and get Gravity. Sablei's trying to learn Fury Swipes. The foe is raked with sharp claws and sights for 2 to 5 times. 18 power, 80 accuracy. I think we'll stick with Scratch. Alright, we are still on Route 2. We do not get a catch here. At least we got Sableye in Route 2, and we are now in Pewter City. Alright, here comes the moment of truth. We are going to go fight Brock, and if we're capable of defeating Brock, we'll probably end the episode either way, but this will determine whether or not we can continue on with our Nuzlock, or if we're going to start over the next episode. Normally Brock has Rock-type Pokemon, but because this is randomized, we do not know what we're going to be facing against. Camper Liam. Send out Litwick. Ghost Fire-type. So our Seismic Toss is not going to work well, but we have Punishment. It's going to be super effective. Braxton. There's Fire Psychic type. Let's see, that was 3 points of damage. Sand attack. Defense call. Okay. So he had a Litwick and a Braixen. 2 fire-type Pokemon. I wonder if Brock's going to have the same. Sorry, I can't set out the fire detection to put out your fire types. The rain from electricity. Unfortunately, Seismic Toss isn't going to work, but Punishment is super effective. It's 3 points of damage. And now I'm burned. That is not good. Celerio. How did Celerio use Bind? Rock Tomb. This is gonna hurt. I think this will be his last move that we will use as Punishment. And then after this, we're gonna swap out to our Sableye, because I do not want to lose Arceus. It wasn't as effective as I hoped it would be. 1 HP left. Arceus can't be switched out. Thank goodness for potions then. To 27 HP. I think Bind is gone, so maybe we can swap now. Let's use Nightshade. Oh, that hurts. Alright, it looks like it did a decent amount of damage. I'm going to change over to Astonish. I was really hoping that he'd get flinched. Nope, we knocked him out. That was close. That was really close. Alright, Arceus is now level 12. Sableye is now level 13. And we beat Brock. And get the Boulder Badge, and I believe we get the TM Bind. Flash. Rock Tomb. Okay. Well, this is the point where I'm going to end today's episode. This was a lot of fun. I've always enjoyed playing Pokemon, and I do wish Pokemon Company a happy 30-year anniversary. We will continue on. Next episode, we will be going through Mount Moon and defeating Misty. But I shall talk to you all the next time.